So K really low HP, MooN is level 3. And he is pretending like, you know, he's about to die. Ooh, what a chain! Under the tower! Oh my god! That was actually so good. So it looks like both of the supports are going bottom first for the rune. The Luna's top. Queen of Pain is also chilling top. It looks like they might want to put the Luna against the Juggernaut, potentially. Which is kind of weird. I don't think Luna would enjoy if she would lane up against a Juggernaut in this game. I think that would be very detrimental for her. Yeah, this is offlane SD. It's great this game. So he's actually starting out with double Sage Mask and Tangles. So this has a lot of mana regen in his offlane. He's going to bring himself more regen later. He actually wants a third Sage Mask also. He wants 3 mana regen a second, which is going to be very, very annoying for the enemy. So Kuku is going to be going top. They're going to get 2 runes bottom. They're actually aggro tri-laning, which is very interesting. I feel like Shadow Demon Nyx can actually destroy a Queen of Pain, and at the same time, Luna needs to have 3 heroes bottom, right? Like, Luna without 3 heroes bottom is gonna suffer a lot, and also has the potential of dying because it's a Juggernaut Wish Doctor lane. So Wish Doctor can use 1 stun Maledict on the Luna, and the Juggernaut spin can just kill the Luna. So this is a very scary lane bottom for Luna if she doesn't have any help. So bottom lane, the creep wave actually goes into their tower. So it looks like Fnatic is going to be able to secure themselves some creeps here. A stun comes out and then also a stroke of fate. 22 Savage is going to take a lot of damage. That's going to be a bit annoying for him to be this low already. If Grim goes into the trees here and casts 1 more stroke from Fog, that's going to be, you know, maybe a GG lane for... Oh, another stroke coming out onto jabz. 1 HP. They actually get the first blood onto Xepher. So he's very happy about that, and I think GeekFam are going to be happy to secure a first blood just now, and he's going to just TP back bottom lane. So what's happening top is Kuku is looking okay, actually, not that bad. Nyx pulling a creep wave behind the tower, and this is going to net him level 2 right away. A lot of supports do this, and they kind of just give the creep wave to their support so that he can get level 2 and he can just go roam right after that, right? Like iceiceice is not taking this creep wave. Then Kuku, in reaction to that, he's just gonna pull a creep wave on his own, and because this Nyx got this XP, he's gonna get level 2 very soon and just gonna help this bot lane out. 20 Savage has to skill up his healing word early now to just sustain himself in this bottom lane. But I mean, Luna's having a great time, right? She's got 9 lasses already, Juggernaut only having 2. So I think Fnatic really got taken by surprise here with this early tri-lane that they've been doing, and wow, okay, actually first bloody mid. Let's go look at that. So K really low HP, MooN is level 3, and he is pretending like, you know, he's about to die. Ooh, what a chain! Under the tower! Oh my god! That was actually so good. And he just gets a kill off that. He was actually doing very good on the Dragon Knight, but like moving a little bit too close and getting chained on the tower. Gonna get him killed. That was actually pretty sick. Not even joking, bruh. But suddenly, the tri-lane versus tri-lane bottom, not something we're used to seeing anymore, but you know, this Lunar Blessing Luna, like, is really nice for tri-lane reasons and stuff. And DJ, level 2, very tanky. Got that Spike Carapace. They're gonna get pushed back a little bit. 20 Savage getting low, but he's got 8 stick charges, so he's okay. Raven is not yet level 3, so his Lucent Beam is not doing a whole lot of damage. He's very lucky that bounce didn't happen too, because maybe DJ would have mangled up and stunned him, and there was a chance that Raven could have died. So this Juggernaut is looking to come back in this lane. Obviously Luna is like way further ahead than he is at the moment because of that first blood that occurred, and they started with the tri-lane. And I think the lane should get harder for Raven here, because this is where the Juggernaut hits level 3, and he will probably have boots relatively soon. And because there are 3 heroes bottom, like, he's gonna be afraid of getting, you know, stunned and maledicted up, right? But the Queen of Pain though, like, she's doing great. Surprisingly, because she had a Nyx at the start of this lane. I definitely thought that maybe what they would do top is like try to even just skill disruption, and they would just stun up the Quap and like try to remove all her HP level 1, right? And then leave iceiceice alone like that. But they played for the levels on the Nyx and then also the levels on the Shadow Demon instead, and that actually naturally gave Kuku a lot of experience in this top lane. Like, if we look at him, he's equal in terms of last hits, and he's actually got a little bit more XP, I feel like. So bottom 20, Savage gonna die here. He must have got bursted. Yeah, he definitely got bursted. He couldn't even use the spin. Go back there and take a look at that. That's really quick because there's not much that's gonna be happening, I guess. So he's actually at 500 HP. Stun, slowed. Oh, he doesn't spin! Oh my god. He actually didn't spin as soon as he got slowed there. And just gets bursted. Not like that was really awkward by 23 Savage there. I guess pressuring him is like a good move because he's really unsure of like what to be doing in this situation. So he's gonna come back into the lane, go straight onto Whitemon here. He doesn't have boots on Whitemon, and he's just gonna die after a stun comes off from DJ. They got the level 2 Maledict too, so he's very, very strong at this point. And the DK, even though he did die in middle, because the Ember couldn't really get all his resources back, he wasn't able to like take advantage of that kill that he got on the DK. Maybe he could have went into the tower and died. They could come back into mid lane with full everything in like a bottle or something. And that could have possibly helped him. He does have more net worth, but that's just because he's got that solo kill, right? So back bottom again, Raven getting jumped, and they're just gonna Maledict him up, spin, and he might just fall here. Yeah, he's gonna fall to that level 2 Maledict, and this is what I mean. Like, it's so scary to be a Luna against Witch Doctor and Juggernaut, especially when they already have level 2 Battle Blade Fury. Jabz gonna get slowed, stun up, healing word down. Xepher is just gonna have to back off there. He's got nothing left to tank anymore. And this is where like it gets awkward for Luna. Luna needs to think like where she wants to go, and she actually goes back bottom. Like, she's not gonna get a lot of XP bottom anymore though. That's what's scary because she doesn't have boots, right? Okay, now she's got her boots actually, so she's a little bit faster, and she'll be able to run away from the Blade Fury now. Also with the Orb of Venom slowing down the Juggernaut, that's gonna be kind of nice. No mana for Maledict. He doesn't actually want to use it on the Ogre anyway. They actually just kill him even without the Maledict, and suddenly Jabz is on a killing spree. Like, this is why Witch Doctor is so freaking good, dude. Like, in lanes like this, he can just completely dominate and have extremely high impact as well throughout the mid game. So Kuku level 6 doesn't have mana though. Shardemon also level 6. He's got 3 Sage mana. He's got 5 mana regen. Holy smokes, it's actually insane. Triple Sage Mass build, and he's building up into a Necro 1. That's gonna help him farm. So he's gonna go Necro 1 into Aether Lens, probably into Aghanim, something like that. And all those items can give him mana regen. Shadow Demon, he's gonna get ganked up now. Grimstroke TPing in. He's ink swelling Kuku. Kuku gonna blink in. Whitemon is already behind him. Gets a stun off. Free kill on the Shadow Demon. That's a level 6 hero. That's a lot of XP going the way of GeekFam. They're gonna feel happy about that. Bottom lane, DK actually moved here because he can't push the tower into the Ember Spirit, so he's gonna use his dragon form to actually do damage to his bottom tower. They also have a catapult, right? Fnatic are really good at utilizing catapult every single game, and because the catapult is a live bottom and it's not really easy to push the mid tower, they go for the catapult push bottom. Also, the Luna has left this lane too, right? Like, taking a safe lane tower is insane. Like, this means that GeekFam are going to have a harder time taking this tower back, right? So all of a sudden, GeekFam falling behind in terms of map control heavily. I would even say losing this tower for Dire sometimes is even bigger than losing the mid tower, because losing this tower means you don't even have access to the Ancients anymore, like bottom, because you can't take this tower easily. And this means that Radiant have complete access to the Ancients bottom, and if anybody wants to farm the Ancients here, they can just go there and gank them. There's no tier 1 tower left alive. But mid lane, they try to go on Nyx here. He actually gets the TP off. MooN and Jabz coming in. Maledict, level 3 Maledict even. That's the tower is going to do a lot of damage, but I think it's going to be okay. It's just going to bottle through while his Flame Guard is on, so the Maledict doesn't do damage to him. And Xepher getting chased down by 20 Savage. 20 Savage went for a Phase Boots build. He's going to Phase Boots Maelstrom into a Sanjin Yasha. Wait, he actually died? Oh, iceiceice caught him with the ultimate. Okay, makes sense. And the Juggernaut does die from the Kuku TP to the mid lane. He also uses ultimate there. So the Ember gets caught out here with the ulti, and Juggernaut getting gone on here. Woo! That whip feels good, man, to get a kill with your Sonic Wave like that. Juicy, juicy. They're going on the Dragon Knight. He gets saved for a little bit, but Kuku's also here. That means iceiceice is also gonna die. One more poison. Oh, 5 damage. Whoa! that damage, dude. That poison damage. 5 stacked on the Ember Spirit. Whitemon still taking some damage. Mr. 23 Savage coming in from the back. He actually Omni Slashes a Grimstroke, so they do get 2 for 3 in the end. And I feel like Fnatic were just going to straight up lose 2 heroes. So them killing 2 heroes in return in the end is actually pretty good, I feel. And during all this time, DJ has been getting a lot of experience. Bottom, he also got a tome. He's almost level 7 now. Like, Nyx, the problem with Nyx, why he's such a weak hero, is because he doesn't, like, in this meta, it's really hard to get a lot of XP on supports. Unless you get kills. So, the fact that they made it to this point in the game, with Fnatic being ahead, and the Nyx actually having level 7 is huge. When Nyx gets to like 20 minutes, or, you know, when he gets to like level 13, 14, that's the time where he's a hero again. So DJ really thinking about annoying this Ember, but none of his teammates obviously want to rotate there. They just want to use the catapults to pressure the towers. Mid catapult is already dead for GeekFam, so they don't really have a point where they can apply some pressure. Luna is sort of just farming up the jungle right now, wants to go for a Dragonlance, and Nyx gonna get picked off here in the river area. His Vendetta obviously ran out by then, but they did take top tower though, Fnatic, so that was overall a loss for GeekFam. They couldn't defend the top tower, they couldn't apply pressure mid lane, they couldn't apply pressure bottom. So GeekFam, sure, they're getting some kills, but they're really not getting anything out of the map, to be honest. And that's why, even though they have like more kills and it seems like Luna's farming Ancients a lot, their net worth is not ahead for GeekFam. And I would imagine that as this game goes on, Radiant should scale a little bit better because of the Shadow Demon versus the Luna. But, you know, maybe because Nyx Assassin is not that good and Witch Doctor, like late game against these heroes, is not going to be super impactful too. It's a much closer matchup for sure. And I guess like a lot of the good position 4 heroes were like banned out. I mean, Earthshaker was banned out, right? Like that's probably the best position 4 hero, it feels like. Like they had to go for some different position 4 heroes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So 23 Savage has his ulti. He wants to use it on Mr. Whitemon here, but you know, he gets stunned up too fast, and he's just gonna spin and TP out. He notices that there's like 4 heroes in this top area of the jungle, so that's gonna give space for iceiceice. He knows that they're not coming for him. He's just gonna go ahead and push out the lane. Let's go net worth, obviously. So 5.7k for Luna, 5.4k for Jug. I mean, they're doing pretty good on GeekFam in terms of getting farm, but the map control doesn't feel good in my opinion. Like they lost bottom tower, top tower, and they're just kind of playing for this Luna to just get super fat. And I think Luna is actually an amazing hero. Even if like her team doesn't get towers at some point, if you win 1 team fight, you can like take 2 towers really fast. Kuku also going for that Necrobook build this game. Both offlaners have Necrobook, being able to farm. Kuku farming in melee range, so you got that whip. Shadow Demon getting caught out here. iceiceice gonna die here to the Luna or the Ember, getting that kill. That's gonna be a big kill actually, because this Shadow Demon is very high XP, and because he's dead, they're gonna keep on going. They're gonna try to snowball this into another kill. Ogre Magi getting that stun off, and then Grimstroke getting that soulbind onto the Witch Doctor. And all of a sudden, it feels like Fnatic are really unsure of how to take this fight anymore. GeekFam, I mean, they lose their Ember, and Raven is gonna get Omni Slash, but he's fast enough to just run away from this Blade Fury. Suddenly Savage is the one gonna get turned on here. He's gonna casually TP out, while Mr. Whitemon, wow. Dude, it's so satisfying to see the Sonic Wave with the Arcana. So those two guys, they try to go for the supports, but the Inkswell double stun from the Ogre into the Sonic Wave and Scream of Pain was just way too much damage. Jabz here, gonna stun and maledict. Couldn't get that maledict off. The Ogre's there to disable the Witch Doctor. But Kuku though is kind of crazy. He kind of just blinked in there. He really wanted to kill iceiceice. He does get iceiceice in the end though, but he does die for it. So they do get both iceiceice and Jabz. He dies for that. I guess it's kind of worth it, because Ember got a lot from that situation. So not so bad. And level 11 now. 11 and a half on this Ember Spirit. He really wants to get that vessel. Actually, in the earlier situation, like Ember died to Maledict. So Maledict still doing a lot of work up until this point in the game. it starts to do less work when the Luna gets like 2-3 items already. At that point, like if you try to go into a fight and try to cast Maledict, you're just gonna die to like an Ember Slight into Luna Moonglaze or something. So it's actually gonna go for a Necro 3, huh? So the Necro 3 is really good against Nyx Assassin and also good against Juggernaut's Omni Slash. So the Necro 3s can obviously tank up some of those hits and soak up the damage or be split away from the heroes. So I can see how Necro 3 could be very good this game. Still, no towers on the side of GeekFam, but they do have a 3k gold advantage. And I feel like this 3k gold advantage has a lot to do with the fact that Juggernaut is just not a really powerful hero right now. Like people play it and they're actually playing very good with it. It's just not that fast of a farmer. Jabz gonna get picked off and this looking like their first tower, but in exchange mid tower is gonna take a lot of damage. Fnatic still need to be careful though, because it feels like GeekFam always want to take team fights if possible. They Inksaw the Necrobook, send it in, try to stun up the DK, push them off the tower. This tower has 50 HP, that's in deny range. You just gotta deny that, I feel like, at this point. Who are the top carries right now? It kind of feels like Luna's really good. I think Lone Druid is really good too at the moment as a carry hero. But you have to play well with those heroes. Like, they're not good in Southeast Asia because Southeast Asian matchmaking, everybody just freaking run around and fight all the time. Where like, if you focus more on your farm, you're gonna win majority of your games if you play like Luna or Lone Druid and stuff. Like, the thing about this patch is everything's about farming. Like, getting farm is the most important thing. And stopping the enemy from farming. Like, kills are to stop the enemy from farming, not because like they give you a lot. Oh, they're actually ready on the Remnant. When he Remnants out, instant stun from the Dragon Knight comes out with the Maledict. He is so dead. It feels like this Ember Spirit, 3 of his deaths this game has been to Maledict, which is crazy. So you put a Remnant down here, and he didn't obviously have any vision in that area, and he just dies because of it. And all of a sudden, Fnatic, with that kill, they actually move their way into the enemy triangle here. And by doing so, they are able to farm this and also remove the farm from the Luna to be able to get Ancients. And from that, we should see a dip in net worth advantage from GeekFam's area. So they actually tried to go in on this Juggernaut. They were trying to like get a Fire Blast into a Inksaw stun or something, try to set up that way, maybe even like try to silence him, but 20 Savage too quick on his spin TP out. They don't have any disables that can go to the spin TP, so they can't cancel it. Kuku gonna take the bottom outpost. It's 20 minutes, time for outposts and bounty runes. Let's see how these teams move around. Luna, Ogre and Grim are smoked up. They're actually going for the top outpost, trying to stun people or make sure that they can't come to contest it, and instantly they find a Witch Doctor. He dies. Wow. They're like, guys, the bottom outpost is free, but it's too late. They actually didn't have people in position down there, and all of a sudden 2 outposts gonna go the way of GeekFam. Mr. K, he was looking for the bounty rune, but then obviously there was a Nyx there, and as soon as he saw that Demon Archer, he just backed off. It's not a very easy game for Ember this game. Like, normally you'll see Ember do much better. Oh, 20 Savage actually gonna get picked up. Let's see what's happening. So 20 Savage getting chased up here, top lane, has an ultimate in 5 seconds. So he needs to be able to live long enough to be able to spin and TP out. But unfortunately his TP is not quite yet up, and he's just gonna get stunned up and killed off. He probably did not expect that he was gonna die, because he thought he could maybe spin TP. And Witch Doctor walked up the hill here, looks like, and gets picked off by Queen of Pain. Oh no, he actually, the Witch Doctor going for the bounty rune, gets stunned up. The Necronomicons are on the way. He really wants to use his Sonic Wave to try and pick him off, and he does. And Kuku, he should be okay from this Maledict. And meanwhile, Dragon Knight also getting jumped here by the Ember Spirit. Gonna get slowed down by the Ogre Magi. Stunned up. And he is just...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright. So 3 kills going the way of GeekFam all of a sudden. And somehow though, even though all these kills are happening, it doesn't feel like GeekFam are getting a lot out of it. Like, if you look at the map control, Juggernaut is still keeping the creep waves up here even though he died. The mid wave is always like somewhat 50-50 balanced. So it doesn't really feel that good. And actually, iceiceice is gonna go for a Mech Guardian Greaves build. I'm not so sure about that. I feel like Aghanims is amazing this game, especially to be able to purge off like Flame Guard, right? And purge the Luna's Moon Glaives, Lunar Blessing. But he'd rather go for a build that makes his entire team tankier. I mean, alright, maybe he'll just go Guardian Greaves into a Aghanims this game. But look how they're positioned. They're like positioned like this. They're trying to collapse on the tower, making sure that if anybody's in the back here, they can definitely just jump on them. But Fnatic, understanding the positioning of GeekFam, they position themselves on the left side, so they're not giving any room for GeekFam to try and kill this hero. But to be honest, everything GeekFam is doing is to make sure that Raven can just keep farming and get his items. Because they feel like Raven, as long as he gets like slotted in this game, he will carry. And the same is happening, right? The carry is bottom here, and the carry for Fnatic is at the top here. And they're not getting jebaited by the enemies, like, you know, grouping up movements. The only problem for Fnatic is they don't have good Roshan damage. Like, Juggernaut is not that good at doing Roshan apart from keeping his allies alive. So GeekFam gonna smoke up. They want to go top because they know that's where the Juggernaut is. But actually they smoked up to try and check if they could get Roshan. And all of a sudden Queen of Pain just gonna blink in there, try to cast some spells, get some vision. Nice Sonic Wave going out onto the Shadow Demon and the Witch Doctor. iceiceice is still alive. He popped his Guardian Greaves. He has a disruption for himself if he wants to save himself, but doesn't even need to. Kuku blinks in, dies. The Ember's also dead. They went way too deep in that last team fight for iceiceice. They're getting super jebaited by him. And iceiceice still had a disruption throughout that entire clash. He did not get baited by the enemy and disrupt himself right away. He dragged that clash all the way back into the tier 1 to tier 2 tower. Juggernaut TPing in, helping out his boys. And all of a sudden, GeekFam super overextending on that clash, right? The Witch Doctor kill was amazing, but they are so horny for iceiceice. iceiceice has these guys way too many times that they really wanted to get him this one game, but it's not working. Guardian Greaves actually saved the day. I completely agree. This Shadow Demon is a lot tankier than you expect. And I think that's the reason why GeekFam are getting baited so hard in these clashes, because they just think too much about this guy. Actually, it's like if you see Kuku also on the mid lane, he really dove like earlier at the tier 1 tower for iceiceice. That's why he died, right? They got the 2 kills, but he died for it. It's like he really wants iceiceice, super bad. And Kuku gonna go for Guardian Greaves himself too, so, but he went for the Necro 3 first, so his Guardian Greaves is gonna be a bit slower. 20 Savage continuously pushing out this top lane, making sure he can secure his farm and still apply some pressure onto the enemy. Meanwhile, Raven still holding the highest network, but not a whole lot though, right? He's only about 1,200 gold ahead of this Juggernaut. But then again, it is much more difficult to play Juggernaut than it is to play Luna in the clashes, because Juggernaut needs to make sure he gets that really good Omni Slash, has to make sure that he doesn't get disabled up all the time, and he's not a very natural Satanic buyer, so he won't have that very high status resistance. Kuku gonna get stunned up. His TP actually getting cancelled here, so he's taking a lot of damage. Also gets purged up thanks to the vision provided, and Kuku gonna die. I'm gonna go back and take a look at how he actually even like got caught here. He blinked in and DJ just straight up stunned him. Maledict, another stun, easy ultimate from jabz, and that was just enough for him to die because his TP got cancelled. And because Kuku's dead now, they're gonna lose another 1k gold advantage, and Fnatic gonna move up on the map and get a better positioning to be able to apply pressure. And look at this Juggernaut. Oh my god, he's done all this chip damage on this top tower all by himself this entire game. And Luna, it feels like hasn't joined a single team fight yet, but here it is, big soulbind onto 2 heroes, but they don't really have much disables that go through the spin though, so that soulbind is just gonna end without really accomplishing much. And the Luna gonna stand on the right side a little bit, try to get some right clicks going, but it ain't really working out too hot for now. Pop is alive though. iceiceice is gonna get that disruption onto the Luna, so he's gonna use that illusion to maybe focus down the supports. The Moon Glaze doing a lot of damage to the Queen of Pain. The supports. 20 Savage. Oh my god. I don't even know how GeekFam got into this position in the game. Like, Kuku, he's so horny to just jump in and take the clashes, right? Like here, they're going back. He blinks in. He wants to Sonic Wave this Juggernaut, but the Juggernaut getting that Omni Slash first. Oh my goodness. But he also has an Aegis, so even if he does get that ulti off, onto the jug, like he's still not in a very good position, right? So all of a sudden, they lose 3 heroes and Kuku having a back-to-back death and everybody is just tipping him. They're like, bro, you messed up there for sure. It feels like they should have just gave up the racks, right? They could have just given this racks and got a better engagement because this Juggernaut still has Aegis, right? The first death here, it led to this point in the map of whatever happened. But like, you can't just kind of, you know, throw away everything.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's
Damn, that's really unfortunate. And Guardian Greaves is gonna heal them back up. The Grimstroke, Stroke of Fate not doing a whole lot of damage. Also the Healing Ward is like, there's Healing Ward, there's Witch Doctor, Voodoo, and then there's also this Guardian Greaves. It's just super annoying for GeekFam to be able to dish out any kind of damage. So here comes the Shadow Strike onto iceiceice. They really want to chase them before they can get out of the clash. And it looks like this is gonna be that jump that they were looking for, but Kuku blinking in. He's put himself out of position once again, and he's going to die very quickly. There's still an Aegis out on 23 Savage, so that's all they're going to be able to get out of that. Raven going to back off after the stun. And Shadow Demon going to buy back and walk back down the middle. That's 3 deaths in a row for Kuku. Kuku was actually doing very well in this game. But all of a sudden, 3 back-to-back deaths. Putting him very far behind in his net worth. And what he's able to do in the clashes now. So DK gonna get disrupted, won't be taking any more damage, he's just gonna casually blink out, has a BKB ready. If he does get a little bit too low, Juggernaut going in with his Omni Slash. Ogre Magi gonna be the victim there. iceiceice just kind of faking out that he's gonna try and disrupt this Luna. Obviously doesn't have that cooldown up quite yet. And with 2 heroes dead, they're just gonna keep on pushing this. They got a Healing Ward up in 2 seconds time. Oh, that was a really nice Sonic Wave there. It's gonna do quite a bit of damage, but the Healing Ward is still out and the Guardian Greaves, so it doesn't really matter in the end. They were only able to get like a curry or something. I don't even know if they got a curry. And Luna just gonna die straight up after that Demonic Purge. And the Juggernaut just right-clicking her, and Luna doesn't have buyback. And that's gonna be it. That's a GG right there. Wow. This game turned south real quick, boys. All that it took was 1 Queen of Pain death here, snowball into the top lane, and this is why. You need to always have your lanes pushed out. Somebody forced in the Witch Doctor into the fountain. It was Xepher. Got a nice kill onto the Witch Doctor. They all tip him, and then jabz is like, great job guys, you got me good. But we're the ones who won the game. Queen of Pain almost alive. Luna still dead for 30 more seconds. This Healing Word is so annoying. Healing Word plus Dragon Eye is actually a sick nasty combo. And look at him, he's just microing the Healing Word because it's so important that Healing Word stays alive. Kuku even blinking in, going to kill that Healing Word. Oh god. What a disaster. Oh yeah. I thought we might see a game 3. Damn, bro. In the end, things did not look good for GeekFam, that's for sure. You know, they could have won this game had the Luna like used her farm to push the top lane out instead of staying bottom. Because her staying bottom, it felt very awkward because they couldn't like protect the Roshan area and the Juggernaut kept pushing out top lane. But who can contest this Juggernaut? Only Luna can, right? She's the one who has Manta, she has the most amount of farm. So like, even though this Luna was super farmed, like her impact was really non-existent in this game. And Juggernaut's impact on the other hand felt very very apparent, right? He was knocking on towers top while being unkillable. And he always joined the team fights. The mid jump was also very awkward by GeekFam. Like, they didn't need to do that play either. And if there was something that needed to be changed in the draft is when this Juggernaut was picked, they needed something that could stop BK, like that could stop spin TP. The fact that this Juggernaut was first phased and the only hero that was shown for GeekFam was Ember Spirit, They had 4 picks to pick something that can disable a spin TP, and they didn't. And because they don't have any way to cancel spin TP, 23 Savage felt like a god in this game, right? Like, the only way he was dying is when he made a mistake. When TP was on cooldown, he was being too aggressive. I think I'll always go tank build. Yes. If you're at position 3, you shouldn't go damage. You should always be building tanky items. Like, your damage always comes from your position 1 and 2. How did Ice play? Ice played great this game. He just did his normal thing, to be honest. What he always does with offlaners. But it was a great pick overall, and you got Guardian Greaves, which I was questioning, but it was the best item actually. Like, this item is way too amazing. It heals your allies for like 1,000 something HP and instantly, and like whatever. Like, it's just way too good. This item is just way too good. Like, he clicks Sonic Wave and then you click Guardian Greaves, and it's like they both just cancel each other out. It's so amazing, this item for position 3 heroes.